Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be content creation the new 9 to 5? Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my entrepreneurs in the back. Listen, family, this video is gonna be about is content creation the new 9 to 5? Now, a simple answer for me, y'all, is gonna be this. Yes and no. I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, y'all, is yes for me is because if you are creating content all day and you don't love it, you're beginning to hate it. It's beginning to feel like that warehouse job that you just left or that 9 to 5, that you dreaded getting up to in the morning or going to in the morning. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a 9 to 5. You just created a new trap. Okay? Understand something, y'all. The goal is to do something that you're passionate about. Do something that you love, not to do something that feels like a prison. All right? Chris Brown said something, y'all, that I love. It was this great analogy. He says that being famous is like this beautiful prison. Okay? Although you have the freedom and although you have, the ability to do what you want, because you're creating content, don't allow that to become your prison. So the reason why I would say no, okay, is because, again, if you utilize it correctly, then guess what? You are doing what you was naturally born to do. What is that, Reno? To create, right? You was naturally born to create. So with that being said, y'all, is yes and no. So I decided to come up with pros to content creation as well as cons to content creation. So with that being said, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the cons and then we'll end it off with the positive, the pros, all right? So the first con to content creation is gonna be this, y'all. It can feel like work. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my entrepreneurs in the back. Listen, family, it can feel like work, okay? What was the point of you leaving your 9 to 5 if you was gonna create a new one? What was the objective, of opening your business if that business is not something that you're passionate about, okay? What was the point? The whole point, y'all, of content creation is doing things and speaking about things that you love, okay? And turning that love and that passion into profit, okay? Because let's just all be honest, y'all. We all are trying to get to the money. And I understand that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because I don't care who said, I don't care, what you heard. Listen, I don't care about any of that. We all need money to pay our bills, but we don't only just want to pay our bills. We want to, live, okay? We want to live. We don't want to live to die, right? We want to die to live, okay? And so getting to it, y'all, it can definitely feel like work. And so that would be a con for me. Whenever content creation is starting to feel like work, like, I gotta do this video again. Man, well, I gotta do this video, man. Dang, when you start getting to that, level, of content creation, it's probably time for you to start talking about something different or looking into another career field, because content creation can be a 9 to 5, right? It's all, subjective and depends on perspective, but that's my perspective, okay? So number two, the second con of content creation is gonna be this, y'all. Deadlines can be stressful, all right? Let me say it once again, louder for my entrepreneurs in the back. Deadlines can be stressful. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just say you have a sponsor, okay? Or some type of, paid partnership or whatever. And they're like, hey, man, we need the videos to be out by, 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, right? Every Wednesday. Now, mind you, you still have to do your videos so you can still make your ad revenue and, you want to sell your product. But guess what? You got this deadline with them, okay? Even a deadline for yourself. Not even just only with the sponsor, but having a deadline just for you, right? Like, I got to post this video, every day at 9 just for myself. Or I got to post this video every day at, 10 a.m. just for myself, right? And so these deadlines begin to get stressful, right? Like, you remember when you first started, creating your content, or when you first started, doing whatever it was. You didn't care about no money. You ain't care about the numbers. You ain't care about what people was going to say. You was just enjoying the art form, right? You were just enjoying the art form. I mean, we see this a lot with football players. When they start, getting paid a lot of money, politics start getting involved. Okay, but when they first started playing, oh, that was good. That was running the ball, throwing the ball, having fun with it, doing spin moves, dancing in the end zone. Everything was great, right? But then money started getting involved. Politics started getting involved. And what that does is it clouds up the vision and it destroys, or I would say it distracts the mission, right? Like it clouds up the vision and it begins to distract the mission. Why? Because he know that politics is involved. If I don't do this, then I'm going to lose this deal. Or if I don't do this, something going to happen, right? Deadlines. Okay, so understand what I'm saying, y'all. It can be very, very stressful to have a deadline, right? I mean, I know a lot of y'all probably watch Friday. Chris Tucker, okay, Smokey, what he had? He had a deadline, all right? He had to pay Big Worm, okay? I know y'all probably laughing right now, but what I'm saying is, y'all, what did that cause, Smokey? That caused a whole bunch of stress, all right? That caused a whole bunch of unnecessary stress. Just a whole bunch of negativity in the man's life. Why? Because he had that deadline to worry about. I got to pay Big Worm. Okay? And so you don't want to start looking at your content creation like, oh, man, I got to pay Big Worm. Man, I got to drop this video. I got to do this amount of numbers. If I don't, I'm not going to make the money that I need to take care of my bills. We're looking at the numbers. We're looking at the, how people are going to respond to it. We're looking at all these different things on the outside externally. But we're not worrying about, actually making good content and just respecting the art. We're looking at the numbers. We got to make this. It begins to get very, very stressful, y'all. Okay? Moving on to the next one. Number 3, the third con of content creation is going to be this, y'all. You can lose passion. Okay? You can lose passion. What do you mean by that, Reno? Understand this, y'all. When you first start off doing something, right? You are so happy when you're doing it because this is like the honeymoon phase. In the beginning of that relationship, you feel what? Magical. Everything is funny. You laughing at them when they poop. You laugh at them when they do anything, right? But then, the real love starts showing as time progresses. Let's see if you still feel the same way when they first wake up in the morning and they brush things. Oh yeah, let's see if you still feel that same way, on the second year, the third year, the fourth year, the fifth year. True colors start showing. And so with this content creation thing, y'all, it's the same thing, right? Like when you start doing this content creation thing, it's almost like you got the beginner's look. Okay, in the beginning, it's like, oh man, I'm getting all these views. And then you keep chasing that same validation. You keep chasing that same type of attention. I'm not saying that the attention is bad. I'm saying what it does to you can be bad, right? You should just look at it like it's a byproduct. I have good content. I have, good content creation. Well, guess what? A byproduct of that is money and attention. But when you start, I have to do it. I got to do it. And when it don't happen, okay, that causes you to feel like a failure, right? I say this all the time, y'all. Expectations are only premeditated failures, right? Whenever you have high expectations for something, whenever, it don't happen, it makes you feel very, very low. I like this saying that T.I. has. I don't know if it's his, but I heard him say it. He said, if you live for your cheers, then you will die when you get your booze. And I thought that was very powerful, right? And so that's the same thing with this, y'all. You don't want to lose your passion, okay? You have to remember why you do it. You got to remember what you're doing it for. All right, so that's a very, very, key point in terms of a con, okay? Moving on to the next one, y'all, number 4. It's going to be this, family. You can have a mental burnout, all right? Let me say it once again, y'all, louder for my entrepreneurs in the back. Listen, family, mental burnout is real, all right? Mental burnout is real. What do I mean by that? Let's just say this, y'all. You've been studying all night for a test or a quiz. Okay, you studied the whole week. Okay, you studied the whole month. You just studying. Okay, and then when the test get here, and then you take the test, you still fail. What happens? You had a mental burnout. You studied too much. I believe that there's a such thing as studying too much. I believe that there's a such thing as doing something too much. Because why? Fatigue. Fatigue is a real thing. Okay, fatigue is like, you're tired. You can have, eye fatigue, ear fatigue. Fatigue is real. You have to give your body time to recuperate. You have to give your body time, to recharge. If we got charges for, laptops, cell phones, we got charges for all these, technologies, what make you think that a human being don't need to be charged, right? And so again, it can be a con because you can have mental burnout. You're constantly trying to be creative. You're constantly trying to make the next big thing. You're constantly trying to, what my thumbnail is going to be, what my title going to be. You got all these things that you're worrying about, and then you still got life on the outside of that. And life is not always going to be good and peaches and cream. So guess what? You're battling so much. You're battling so much, okay? And so by the time you get on social media, guess what? You got a mental burnout. You're trying to post the next big post every time you post. You're trying to get 1 million views every time you make a video. And that's not how it works. And so I need you to realize, y'all, mental burnout is real, okay? So get into the last one of the cons, and then we'll get into the pros. Number 5, y'all, is going to be this, family. You won't have no time for yourself, okay? No time for yourself. And this is assuming that your content creation has turned into a 9 to 5, right? This is assuming, once again, that your content creation has turned into a 9 to 5. Well, guess what? If you do that and you posting 7 days a week, well, guess what? It can turn into a 9 to 5, and you will begin not to have time for yourself. Because guess what? You're posting the content, and then guess what? You got to make, thumbnails for the content. You have to edit the content. Then when you put the content out, you want to make sure that you stay connected with your, your supporters, fans, followers, whatever you want to call them. So you're constantly, doctoring this content, constantly, right? And so it begins to be a problem when it's like, man, when am I going to have time for me? You have to have time for yourself. This is why I'd rather be wealthy than rich. Although rich, it's a pit stop before you get to wealthy, but the difference between being rich and wealthy is the time that you have to spend with yourself, with your family, your loved ones, okay? And on all the things that you want to do with your time, okay? But see, when you rich, you got to do the appearances. When you rich, you got to go do the podcast. When you rich, you got to, do the engagements. All right, you get large speaking fees. You get large fees to do this. People paying for your product or your service. That's fine. That's cool. But see, the thing is, when you're wealthy, you have money that's making money for you in your sleep. Okay, you have nothing but passive income. And so what I'm saying is, y'all, when you're doing content creation, okay, and you're on a level to where it's not that much. Right? You are pretty much mandated to post every single day. Okay? Now, it's a difference if you just want to post every single day, but if you have to post every single day, that's not, a happy content creation or a happy content creating. You're doing it so you can make a check. You're not doing it because it's making you happy. Therefore, it's going to be a 9 to 5. But let's just say you got the person who posts, daily. They may post 3 times a week, or they may post 7 days a week. But guess what? They don't have to, because they have other streams of income, or they have other things that's supporting them financially. They don't have to. They just love being in front of the camera. That's not a 9 to 5. That's content creation. You're just doing a lot of it, okay? You ever heard of workaholics? Hey, if you are a workaholic because you want to be a workaholic, that's not anything bad. If you are a workaholic because you have to pay your bills or you have to make a certain amount of money, then now we got a problem. We got to find something else for you to do so you can still have that time for yourself. All right. So all of this, once again, y'all, is subjective and based upon a perspective. But again, when it comes to content creation, y'all, a con for me is going to be, you won't have no time for yourself. Everything is going to be, I got to post a video. I got to put this in there. I got to edit this. I got to get this dropped at this time. I got to do this. Everything is going to be on the hustle and bustle, and you forget, to take care of your own self, right? You got to go to the hospital. You have to go to get your checkups. You got to take your kids to work, or you have to write your book. Whatever you're doing, for yourself, or whatever benefits you outside of doing this content, right? So that can be a 9 to 5, okay? So those are my cons. Now we're going to get to the pros, all right? Now we're gonna get to the pros, y'all. And so the number one pro, y'all, is gonna be this: financial freedom. Yes, sir. Let me say it once again, y'all. Louder for my entrepreneurs in the back. I know y'all was waiting on the pros, all right? Financial freedom. When it comes to financial freedom, okay, you have so much more power. You have so much more things that you can do. You have so much more control. And utilizing content creation, okay, that can make it possible, or content creation can make that possible for you. See, when you work in a regular 9 to 5, if you get paid $30,000 a year, that's what that is. If you get paid $55,000 a year, that's what that is, right? You may get you a raise, a dollar raise every 2 years or every 3 years, but time is our greatest commodity, right? If time is our greatest commodity, why are we waiting, on a job, warehouse, I don't care if it's IT, corp, whatever it is, y'all. Why are we waiting for $1 raise? All right? We don't have that much time. I was just talking to somebody the other day. I said time don't care about you nor me. Okay? That's why I'm turning 27, and that's why you're going to turn 30. And I wasn't being smart. I was literally saying that time don't care about nobody. That's why we're turning the ages that we're turning. That's why we're turning 19, 28, 36, 45, because time does not care. Now, should we be scared? No, of course not. Why would we be scared of something that we have no control over? My motto is, y'all, don't worry about the things that you can't control. That's not my problem, okay? My solution is having financial freedom so I can buy my time back, right? When you on that 9 to 5, you can't buy your time back. All you gonna get is that salary that they gonna pay you. Oh, I forgot. Oh, Reno, I get extra overtime. Yeah, I get time and a half. Okay, cool. But now you talking about not having time for yourself, for content curation. You're really not going to have no time for yourself, because now you got to go inside that facility or stay locked up in that room taking calls all day. Whichever, your decision, whatever the case is, whatever floats your boat. What I'm saying is, y'all, is that when you're utilizing content creation, you do have the opportunity, okay, to build financial freedom, because the earning potential is so much more. The earning potential is so much more. You can make money through AdSense. You can make money, from your own product or service. You can make money from affiliate links. You can make money from, sponsorship, brand deals. The earning potential is so much more. Instead of, I gotta wait for my 500 every week. Like, instead of waiting on that little small, little tiny money, okay, content creation can create financial freedom for you. Okay, and that's just real, y'all. Moving on to the next one. Number 2, the second pro for me, y'all, is gonna be this. You make your own schedule, right? Let me say it once again, y'all. Louder for the entrepreneurs in the back. Listen, y'all, you make your own schedule, all right? That's what I love about it, to be honest, because I always wanted to be, the boss of my own schedule. I don't think that somebody else should tell me, you got to come to work on this day, right? You can't take off for this holiday, or you can't take off for your birthday because we got this going on. It's like a person is just, telling you what you should do, how you're going to do it with your own life. And I don't rock like that, y'all. I don't play those type of games, okay? I want to be able to make my own schedule. Now, yes, you do have to be responsible, all right? You can't just be out here saying, I made my own schedule, and you don't even go to work nothing but one day. That's just not how it works, y'all. That's just not smart, all right? So for me, I like making my own schedule, y'all. And so when you're talking about doing content creation, let's just say, your schedule is, I do 3 videos, right? So I got a video for this channel, a video for my other channel, and a video for my other channel, right? So that's 3 videos for 3 channels. Well, once I get those videos out, work day over with, baby. What we doing? And so content creation, it makes it possible for you to, record your videos, still get paid while you're sleeping, all right? And then you repeat the same thing tomorrow, but guess what? You're not working a regular 9 to 5. It may take you 3 hours to do those 3 videos, okay? But guess what? You still have your day, When you working that 9 to 5, all right, when you working that 9 to 5, y'all, understand something. You inside that building, that room, wherever you are, the whole entire time. Not with content creation is not. Oh yeah, y'all, content creation, you get to make your own schedule. Can't nobody tell you nothing but you. Okay, so that means that you have to take full accountability and you have to take full responsibility. However, once you are in that position to where you create your own schedule, you start making the money that you make, or you start having the financial freedom, guess what? Now you can take off and go to Dubai whenever you want to. You can take off and go to Miami whenever you want to. Why? Because you make your own schedule. Don't no boss, don't nobody, no supervisor, the person you hate so much, they don't make your schedule. You make your own schedule, okay? So getting to the next one, y'all. Number 3, it's gonna be this, y'all. You do what you love for a living. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my entrepreneurs in the back. Listen, family, you do what you love for a living, all right? And so what I want y'all to understand is, y'all, when you are doing something that you love, I said this before and I'm going to say it again. You will never work another day in your life. You will never work another day in your life. That's just what it is, y'all. Okay? When I do these videos, you can tell I love doing what I do. Like, I love speaking about entrepreneurship. That's something that I developed a love for, like around like the pandemic time. So 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23. So for probably about 5 years, right, you know, I've developed this bond in relationship with entrepreneurship, right? And so even on my Reno Speaks Riches channel, I like speaking about, you know, those things. I speak a lot about God. I speak about, you know, the enemy, enemies, jealousy, envy, you know, people hating on you, because I like those type of conversations as well. Those are not conversations that people, you know, like to have so often, because they feel like, man, you know, I don't want to, you know, make somebody else feel ashamed, or I don't want to seem like I have too much pride. I like having those type of conversations, y'all. So I speak about that on my other channel. What am I saying right now? The type of videos that I do, I love. The type of videos that I do, okay, I appreciate. I actually like having these conversations in real life. I don't like talking about, you know, science. I take that back, right? I love talking about anything that's informative. But what I'm saying is, off camera, I'm not having scientific conversations because that's really what I love. But I'm doing these type of videos because that's what y'all want. No. If this is not what I want to do, I'm not going to speak about it. I'm going to speak about, you know, whatever it is I love. But what I'm saying is, y'all, I do what I love and I get paid to do what I love, right? So with that being said, if you're working on a warehouse job or if you're doing something else, you're not going to love it, okay? And so that's the same thing with content creation. If you're doing this as a 9 to 5, you're not going to love it. Simple as that. You ain't going to love it. You know, you're going to sit back, you're going to do it, but it's not going to be your best work, okay? Why? Because you're not passionate about it. So for me, once again, y'all, I love what I do. And that's the best way to make your money and the best position to be in, okay? The next one, y'all, number 4. It's going to be this, y'all. You are the authority. Yes, sir. Let me say it once again, y'all, louder for my entrepreneurs in the back. Listen, family, you are the authority, okay? You know, y'all, when I used to work my 9 to 5s, all right, my jobs, it's always that fear in the back of your mind, that fear, you know, in the pit of your gut that I can be getting fired. We just gonna get straight to it, y'all. You know, you see it on movies, TV shows. You just have that feeling that I can lose my job, right? And, you know, especially in these red states, right? Because I stay in the South, I think there's like some, you know, independent or subcontracting units or unions, okay? But, you know, not like how it is in the blue states. Like up top, up north, they're known for the union. You ain't just finna fight nobody down here. Like, you're known, okay? Up top, they're known for the union. Not down south, okay? And there may be some changes up north as well. But what I'm saying is, y'all, when you're doing content creation, as long as YouTube is still here, TikTok, Facebook, social media, and by the way, it's not going nowhere, I can guarantee you, unless it's going to be some type of, you know, cyber security lockdown from a whole nother country. This evil genius is sitting behind computers and he found a way to hack every device in America. that it ain't going nowhere. Because if content creators is gonna take a hit, guess what's gonna take a hit? YouTube gonna take a hit. TikTok gonna take a hit. All the other social media platforms, they gonna take a hit, right? Because they make money off of us. That's why they're willing to pay a content creator $30,000, $40,000. Why? Because they got the means to. They got the means to, right? Per month, by the way, not a year, but per month. So understand what I'm saying, y'all. It's pretty much gonna be here, y'all. YouTube, I don't see YouTube going nowhere. I don't see, internet going nowhere. I don't see it. Now, if it happens, guess what? We all gonna have to pivot, and we all gonna have to figure something out. But with that being said, social media is not going nowhere, and I need you to realize you are the authority. YouTube ain't gonna fire you. Now, you do have this thing of being, deplatformed or demonetized, but it's the guidelines. They don't demonetize you for no reason. People always kill me with, you can get demonetized. Well, yeah, if you keep saying cussing words like they told you not to say. Yeah, if you keep, posting derogatory or derogative things, absolutely. If I go to Dollar Tree and I go steal, guess what? I'm going to jail. If I go to the bank and commit an armed robbery, I'm going to be arrested and charged and convicted for armed robbery. Why are we acting stupid? Right? Why are we acting like, you're going to get demonetized. Don't worry about the AdSense. The only reason they're doing that is because the rules that came out or the authorities or whatever the case is, it applies to them. And so they're being mad, okay, acting like a 5th grader or 6th grader and telling you, don't worry about the AdSense. Now, I am an entrepreneur, so I'm always going to say, have a product, have a service, period. I'm going to always say that. However, there's nothing wrong with AdSense, all right? But without even going on a tangent, y'all, the whole reason I brought that up is to say this. You are the authority. You don't got to worry about nobody firing you, okay? You don't have to worry about nobody firing you. You working at 9 to 5? Oh, guess what? Hey, you come in smelling the wrong way, he can fire you. Oh, you don't want to tie his shoe? He can fire you. Oh, you got an attitude today? He can fire you. You don't have to worry about that type of stress when you're dealing with content creation. You just don't, y'all. I mean, it's a whole nother, level of being stress-free. And so the last one, y'all, number 5, it's going to be this, family. You create the life of your dreams. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for the entrepreneurs in the back. Listen, y'all. You create the life of your dreams. All right? Utilizing content creation. We've all seen it. We've seen Mr. Beast. Okay? We've seen DDG. All right? We've seen all these other, YouTubers. And the list goes on, by the way, y'all. I'm just saying, y'all. We've seen it, from a mid scale to the higher scale, even on lower scales, y'all. At minimum, y'all, you can make, $2,000 a month just off of posting content. And what people don't realize is as the content begins to compound, grow, those videos that you was making money off of 6 months ago, they're going to continue to keep making money, 6 months from then. Right? And so on and so on and so on. Once again, y'all, until YouTube mysteriously leaves the planet, you're going to keep making money off those videos because now they have become digital assets. All right? They have become digital assets. What am I saying right now? You can create the life of your dreams off of content creation. A lot of people want to know, how can I create the life of my dreams? By creating, right? We are naturally born to create, so we must create. Once we create, there's going to be a higher reward versus working for someone. You're not creating, you're just doing a job, okay? You're just working a shift, right? But when you begin to create, now the reward and the incentives, okay, and the reputation that you can gain and the value that you create for yourself is tremendous, right? And everybody knows, whenever you become valuable, you attract money, right? All you have to do is become valuable and you're going to attract money. Once you do that, now you're on a whole nother level and you can create the life of your dreams. A lot of people always want to know, how can I live the life of my dreams? By creating the life of your dreams. Utilize content creation and I guarantee you, you can see a whole nother type of life. And we're seeing this, y'all. It's a lot of people on social media who's doing content creation and they are literally living the life of their dreams. from people who are 6 years old, 7 years old, 17. I mean, from adolescents all the way up to teenager adults. Content creation can literally allow you to build up the life of your dreams, right? And that's just what it is, y'all. So I'm going to a recap, y'all, and then we're going to go ahead and conclude this video. So I did the pros and cons of content creation. So the first con is it can feel like work. Number 2, deadlines can be stressful. Number 3, you can lose passion. Number 4, mental burnout. And number 5, no time for self. Okay? And then for the pros, it's number 1, financial freedom. Number 2, make your own schedule. Number 3, you do what you love for a living. Number 4, you are the authority. And number 5, you create the life of your dreams, all by content creation. So you make the choice. But for me, I'm going to lean towards the pros. Once again, y'all, it's pros and cons in anything. Okay, that's with anything you do. You get a Lamborghini, it's going to be pros and cons. You get you a mansion, it's going to be pros and cons. You get a small apartment, pros and cons. So that's what it is, y'all. But that's just my take on it of content creation. Okay, for me, y'all, it's not the new 9 to 5 for me. However, it depends on your perspective. All right, and y'all drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. All right, but with that being said, y'all, it's been real. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.